In this video, we will see about different interrupts in microprocessor 8085. What is an interrupt? It is a mechanism in which an input-output device or an instruction can suspend the normal execution of a microprocessor. Whenever any interrupt signal is received, the normal execution of the microprocessor is stopped and the control of the program is transferred to a function which we generally call as subroutine in the microprocessor. This calling of the subroutine is done using a call signal. After execution of the subroutine, again the program control is transferred back to the original program with the help of the signal return, which is written as RET. On receiving an interrupt signal, the microprocessor also sends a signal which is called as interrupt acknowledgement to the device which is requesting for its service. This is how the interrupt execution process takes place. Once the requested device is ready, the microprocessor gets the instruction and executes it. Now, after execution of every instruction, it checks for an interrupt. If there is an interrupt, then it will call the interrupt subroutine which is associated with the particular interrupt. If there is no interrupt, then it will again go back, fetch the next instruction, and then it will execute. So this is the block diagram which shows how the interrupt is executed. After every instruction, microprocessor checks for an interrupt. If there is an interrupt, it executes that interrupt. Then it will again continue its normal program execution. There are different types of interrupts in microprocessor. The first type of division which we see here is hardware and software interrupts. What are hardware interrupts? The interrupts which can be given as a signal with the help of the pins on the microprocessor are called as hardware interrupts. Microprocessor 8085 has 5 such hardware inputs which are called as interrupt, reset 7.5, reset 6.5, reset 5.5 and trap. All these interrupts have assigned pins on the microprocessor. Then the interrupts which can be inserted within the program with the help of instructions are called as software instructions or the software interrupts. These are given with the help of the mnemonics by writing them into the program. There are 8 software interrupts in microprocessor 8085. They are reset 0, reset 1, reset 2, reset 3, so on up to reset 7. These are the software interrupts which can be given by writing an instruction within the program itself. Next type of division is vectored interrupts and non-vectored interrupts. What are vectored interrupts? These are the interrupts which have a fixed vector address. That is, for these interrupts, the subroutine address, the starting of the subroutine address is fixed. And after executing the particular subroutine, the program control is transferred back to the original program. So these are the different interrupts which are vectored, that is reset 0, 1, 2 up to reset 7. That is, all the software interrupts are vectored interrupts, and also the hardware interrupts which are reset 7.5, 6.5 and 5.5, and also trap. These are all vectored interrupts. You can see here the addresses for all these interrupts. That means the subroutine starting address is prefixed. It is already fixed in case of vectored interrupts. Coming to non-vectored interrupts, these are interrupts in which the address is not predefined. That is, the subroutine starting address is not fixed in case of non-vectored interrupts. But so the address of the subroutine in case of non-vectored interrupts is given by the device which is giving the interrupt. In 8085, interrupt is the only non-vectored interrupt. All others are vectored interrupts. Then we also have another division of interrupts, which is maskable interrupts and non-maskable interrupts. Maskable interrupts are the ones which can be disabled with the help of an instruction or which can be ignored by the microprocessor. They are edge triggered or level triggered so that they can be disabled. Now the different maskable interrupts in 8085 are interrupt, reset 7.5, 6.5 and 5.5. Moving on, the non-maskable interrupts. These are the interrupts which cannot be disabled or ignored by a microprocessor. In 8085, trap is the only non-maskable interrupt. It consists of both level as well as edge triggering. This is the summary of the different interrupts. The software interrupts are reset 0 to reset 1. Hardware interrupts are the pins on your microprocessor which can be used for giving an interrupt, which are interrupt, reset 7.5, 6.5, 5.5 and trapped. Then vectored interrupts are the ones which have the subroutine starting memory address as prefixed, which is reset 0, reset 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then reset 7.5, 6.5, 5.5 and trap. Then non-vectored interrupts, we have only one non-vectored interrupt, which is interrupt, and also non-maskable interrupt is also only one, which is trap. Then the maskable interrupts are interrupt, reset 7.5, 5.5 and 6.5.